Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iWineRadio. iWineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine on the web at iWineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWineRadio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iWineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iWineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWine Radio, go to iWineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.
Hi, my name is Ellen Kassoff Gray. I'm the co-author of The New Jewish Table, as well as the co-owner of Equinox Restaurant in Washington, D.C.
Welcome to Wine and Dine Radio. I'm Lynn Creelo-Chamberlain.
Hi there, this is Andreas Larsson.
Hi, this is John Capon.
My name is Mathur Jaffrey.
Hi, my name is Heike Platter. I'm from the Alto Adige region, or Südtirol.
Hi, my name is Paul Dolan. I am absolutely passionate about growing organic and biodynamic fruit for our wines.
Hello, my name is Lorena Garcia.
Hello, my name is Fritz Maytag.
This is Joyce Locke. I'm the author of Foodie Fight.
Hi, this is Lydia Mandave, founder of 29 Cosmetics.
Cheers, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect.
Just in time for Passover, I would like to give you a heads up about a brand new book that is released called The New Jewish Table, Modern Seasonal Recipes for Traditional Dishes, by Chef Todd Gray and his wife Ellen Kassoff Gray of Washington, D.C.'s Equinox Restaurant. And David Hagedorn is a contributor. I want to give you a little bit of intro to this because it's amazing and it's kind of interesting. When Chef Todd Gray, who grew up Episcopalian, married his Jewish wife, their union brought about his initiation into the world of Jewish cooking. They explore the meddling of two different cooking cultures, seasonal American and Eastern European Jewish. The book that I have in front of me here is divided up into seasons, fall, winter, spring, summer, and they have for you for each season recipes that are brunches for brunch, starters, lunch, dinner, sides, and desserts. Beautiful photography as well. Ellen, thank you so very much for joining us today on Wine and Dine. It's true that food it defies borders. It's a fantastic language to be communicating with people just through food, and you're so lucky that that Todd was able to really befriend your father early on.
Yeah, it definitely had something. I think food can also bring together borders, actually, and there's a lot of great diplomacy to be done over the plate. And I think even with when you watch our current president entertaining his sometimes adversarials, he's doing it now over dinner, which we love because we think that a lot of the world's problems might be able to be solved over good food and wine. But that's exactly what happened bringing our book together. Not that we had major problems, but but we brought two cultures together over the medium of food, and it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, I'm going to quote from the foreword here by Joe Nathan. A short walk from the White House is a popular local restaurant, Equinox, a gathering place for Washington lawyers and deal makers. It also welcomes presidents and their wives who want to have a quiet meal alone in the real world. So, in fact, for her to say this must be a reality for you, that you, that in fact you have served presidents and their wives.
Oh, definitely. You know, we try not to do so with a lot of pomp and circumstance. We want to give people the opportunity, no matter where they are in life, who they are, everybody the same. We're an equal opportunity diner. You know, that you have time to just enjoy the food in front of you and quiet conversation. We think that kind of dinner time or lunchtime is sacred and something in a tradition that should be honored and kept, you know.
So how does that happen? A secret, I mean, do they somebody make reservations for them, or can it also be even a spur of the moment sort of thing? I need to get out of here, let's go to dinner, and Secret Service drives them up?
It really depends. It does depend. You know, some people you're given advance warning about. Some people, it's, you know, that moment. There's always the higher level, you know, person that you're dealing with, the bigger the security sweep. So, you know, the power of the person coming in generally by the size of their security detail.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You also include in the New Jewish Table comprehensive menu selections for Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Hanukkah, and Passover. Now, I think it's fascinating the way you start the book off with it's like an interview. You're having a conversation with the reader who picks up your book. And so it's almost like a TV show in that you are giving us, you're talking.
Like Sonny and Cher, yes.
Well, not Sonny and Cher, but like sometimes magazines will have interviews with people who are contenders for Oscar awards, and they'll have it just. They will actually have a text of what they said in an interview with whoever the writer is for the magazine, and that's what you've done here. But you've also talked about the fact that kosher food is so popular, so many people that have embraced that for reasons beyond religion. I mean, there are a lot of people who follow kosher dietary habits, but they're not Jewish.
Exactly. I mean, you know, and when you say it's a conversation, I'm glad to hear you say that. That's how the book was written, as a conversation between my husband and I, who are both culinary professionals with 25-plus years experience, 50 between us, and a restaurant of 14 years, catering companies, you know, a cafe. And we're always having conversations. And so many of our conversations were full of, well, when I was a kid, we did this. Yeah. You know, we did that, or when I was traveling in Europe, we did this. And there's a natural curiosity, I think, especially I'm a home cook, but he's a professional cook. There's always a natural curiosity to sort of tinker with the food of it all, and to discover ways to make a dish that is traditionally Jewish, like gefilte fish, which, you know, he knew nothing about growing up in Fredericksburg, Virginia, but then he meets my family, and it's like, whoa, what's this stuff in a jar? I don't like it. We got to make it better, you know.
Yes.
So a lot of these conversations are truly conversations that we've had for 18 years of marriage and 14 years of owning a restaurant together. Conversations and snippets that have just taken place over the years over food.
When I was at a grocery store a couple days ago, you know, they always put out foods for seasonal holidays sort of thing, and so they have this section of it's a cliche section in Harris Teeter of food for Passover coming up, and they have this jarred matzo ball soup. I love matzo ball soup. I looked at the back; it's 28% sodium per serving.
I know.
It's criminal.
You know, the big corporate companies can't help but to, you know, market their goods and products because, you know, that's the convenience side of things, and I think they're not paying attention to the fact that, you know, our country has really left a lot of those convenient jarred foods, frozen foods behind. Not that there's anything wrong with those on a, you know, seldom basis, but we're really taking holidays now and taking the time to cook and prepare and research recipes and enjoy the labor of love that goes into making a meal for your family. That's part of the holiday, is the planning and the cooking and the researching recipes and putting a menu together for your family. And it's all part of the process, which I think is really important now. But, you know, those companies can't help but to try to sell something, even if it's just matzah, which most of us can't make at home that well anyway. So I do buy that store bought. But it's I think there's a big pendulum swing back to the traditions of cooking for your family and enjoying the process of doing so.
At Equinox Restaurant, do you have kosher wines for sale?
We do, yes. We have kosher wines, we have Israeli wines, we have wines from all over the world. We have Argentinian wines, European, everything. We are a very regional American restaurant, but with our wine list, we are definitely much more international because there just is so many great wines from all over the world. Israel is doing some wonderful wines actually right now.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And, I mean, Washington, D.C. is a huge international community, and as I understand from reading figures, although going back a couple of years, Washington, D.C. is one of the largest. The District of Columbia consumes a heck of a lot of wine. Now,
we do. We are we're almost, I think, in the top 3, actually, which surprised me. Yeah. Maybe right behind Napa, but yeah, we buy a lot of wine in this city.
Now, you also have, you said a cafe at the beginning, but Muse at the Corcoran Gallery of Art.
Yes, we have it's kind of a permanent pop-up because we are located inside the gallery. Okay. And it is one of DC's oldest art galleries. It's the largest private collection of art in the Washington area, and we are thrilled to be there. It's also an art college. So we have students in the basement. So we have just the most wonderful clientele there between art lovers, the students, the faculty, the dean and the professors of the school. And so that's a very contemporary gallery, and we're thrilled to be part of that. And we're going on our 2nd year in there as well.
It makes perfect sense. Okay, so how long did it take you and your husband to write the new Jewish table?
2 years. Well, writing it, I think we've been mentally composing it since the day we met, but it took 2 years to actually get it to that beautiful book that you see now, and I'm glad that you noted the pictures because
beautiful.
Our esteemed photographer, Renee Comet, she is just so talented. All the pictures in that book were taken in our house, 90% of them. They are all fresh out of the oven. We were testing the recipes as we were doing the photographs, so we figured, well, if we're going to make the food to photograph, may as well test the recipes too. So it's all natural and unstyled and unfettered.
And I see, like in every household, there are dogs to clean up the mess that accidentally falls on the floor.
Our faithful shepherds, yes, exactly.
Ellen Kassoff Gray, thank you so very much for joining us today on Wine and Dine. It's such a pleasure to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
We will have links up for you to learn more about the book, but it's available right now on Amazon, of course, in your local bookstore. The New Jewish Table, it's a hardback, modern seasonal recipes for traditional dishes. You're listening to Wine and Dine. Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iWineRadio. iWineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine on the web at iWineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWineRadio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iWineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iWineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWineRadio, go to iWineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.